back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ella. This is my channel where I sort of talk about all things classic rock, music, the Beatles, a lot of the Beatles. So if you like any of that stuff, feel free to stick around. Just kind of come chat with me, come see what I have to show. Like, I have a collection of stuff, which is what we'll actually be doing today. Today we'll be showing part of my Beatles collection. It's not all of it. I don't know how many parts I'm gonna have, but I'm gonna split this up into a couple parts. Today we will be focusing mainly on my books and magazines, which I have a lot of. So that's why I'm dedicating one part to it, and then the next part, or I don't know how many parts there are going to be. There might be multiple. Don't know. There might be more than 2, might be 3. I don't know. But today we're just going to be focusing on the books. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched my videos, watched my channel, because my most recent video of me organizing my record collection actually has hit over 400 views, which I was not expecting. I was not expecting like 20 people to watch it, but I am beyond grateful that so many people have watched my video and commented on it, because it just makes me want to make more, and I'm more motivated to make more. So I'm hoping to continue the streak. I don't know, I'm very grateful, very happy that, and surprised that that happened. But I don't know, I'm so happy that that happened, and I hope more people come stick around and enjoy this video as much as the last one. Other announcements, I guess. So I don't know if any of you were around. There was a few, but I used to be called the Classic Rock Corner. Now I changed my name to just my name, so I didn't feel I guess like confined to one thing, so I can kind of do whatever I want on this channel. But I did start off my channel with reviews of the Beatles albums, and I did take those videos down. You might notice if you've been here for a little bit, I did end up taking those videos down last week because I feel like I've changed as a person, editing wise and YouTube wise, and I'd say maybe opinion wise too. So I think I'm gonna redo that. I don't know what's the word for it, like that little like segment, I guess. So I think I'm gonna have that be a little sub-segment called the Classic Rock Corner, where I do review albums specifically, and I think I will bring back the Beatles album review, I guess, but I don't know, I decided to delete them because I didn't like how they looked, and I just feel like I could do them better now, and I'm gonna do that. So I think that'll probably be my next series, that's the word. I'll bring back the Beatles series of albums because I really want to. It just might take me a little bit because I'm still getting used to the editing and all that stuff. I think that's it. So without further ado, here's part 1 of my Beatles collection. I'm gonna start off with, I guess, some of my bigger books, like more, I don't know, picture-y books, or like coffee table books, I guess. I have no order, I guess, specifically for any of these books, although I do think I'm gonna keep like some of my favorites or some of the more like cool ones till the end. But yeah, we'll just get started with the pile that I have right here. I'll try to give a little backstory on how I got it, where I got it, anything important. But I have a lot, so I don't want to make this too long because I feel like this is the less interesting part of my Beatles collection. Like, I have other cool stuff that I can't wait to show, but I feel like books and magazines are the way to start, and then we'll get to the other cool stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it like a part of my Beatles record collection, because I do have over 40 records in my collection. But like other little knickknacks, stuff like that. But anyways, The first book I have right here is All the Songs. I have not read this entire book because, let me see if I can get like a, oh well, one, it's this thick. Two, it's more of like, not like a sit down. It's not really like a sit down, I'm gonna read it kind of book. It's more of like a coffee table book that, oh, I'm gonna look through at the coffee table type of deal. But I have looked through it a few times. It's very cool. It's all like the title says, it's all their songs. So that's pretty much all I can say about this one because I've had it for a few years, but I haven't really, I guess, paid too much attention to it. I guess that's the word. And then this next one I also have not read, more so flipped through it when I got it for the first time like 6 years ago, maybe. It's just this book, which is a very generic Beatles book. It's called The Definitive Guide for All Beatles Fans. I don't know if it is really a definitive guide because I cannot tell you what they have included in here, what they have not included in here. But yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, it's another one that I have that I just really haven't, I don't pay mind to it as much, I guess. This one, however, I have read this one. This one is The Lost Beatles Photographs, by, oh, it's okay, yeah. So it's the Bob Bonus. I might have pronounced his name wrong. Bonus, I don't know. Archive. So he basically went on while the Beatles were touring. While the Beatles were touring, he took the photos. He took all these photos, and it's. I read it when I first got it because it's pretty much just what that is. You can't read it actually. It's just photographs and then little snippets of like passages. But I do recommend this one because I don't know. It's very cool to see some photos that you haven't seen before because it's lost archived photos that were published into a book. So I find this actually really cool. So I do recommend this one. I got this one like five years ago, I think, too. I don't know, I've had it for a while. So this is a children's book. I do have a couple children's books. This one is just titled Imagine. It is illustrated by a guy, and then it has like a foreword by Yoko. It's just practically just pictures put to the song Imagine. Like, I don't know, it's like birds. I don't know, it's cute. I was given to it by my dad, so it's a cute little book. This next book was actually one of the first books that I read about the Beatles and learned stuff, which is images of the Beatles. It's images along with, like, obviously, like, little passages. I actually read this for a project. I had to write a paper. I wrote a paper about the Beatles when I was in 6th grade. So that was like almost 8 years ago. Almost 8 years ago, but I read this book and I'd say it's good. I mean, I haven't read it in a long time. So, yeah, but it is really just, I don't know. It got that nostalgia factor for me because it was one of the first books that I read, which I believe this one did used to be in my dad's collection, out of the ones that he let me read. But yeah, there's that one. This one is not really like a reading book. This one is a poster book that I have. The Beatles in America poster book, which I have taken a couple of these out and like hung them up, framed them, but I haven't taken any more out in a while. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat if you want like a little poster book. You know, what more is it? And then for like the last like big coffee table book, I think I do have the Beatles anthology. I have not read this entire thing because again, it is a coffee table book, and the print is very tiny and there's a lot of it. I have read a good portion of it actually, and I do find it to be really cool to look at all the pictures and all that stuff, but that is my last like coffee table big book of my collection. On to the next section. So here's a continuation of books, obviously, because this video is about books. But these are kind of like some, just more, like those, the last ones that I just showed were more coffee table, like I've said a million times. But here I've got another children's book. It's kind of like the same as the last one, where it's just the lyrics of All You Need Is Love put to like illustrations, which I think I got this as a birthday gift. It was like my 18th birthday. I got it from my parents. It's really sweet. They wrote like notes in it, so that's why I love it. But it's just another cute little children's book. This next one, I'm sorry if I'm going fast. I'm trying not to like bore you because I don't have a lot to say about the books. Once I get into the other stuff, like I said before, I'll have more to say. But this one is another one of the first books that I got. I actually got this for Christmas, oh my god, probably around 7-8 years ago, from my great-grandmother. It's Where's Ringo? It's literally like Where's Waldo, but Where's Ringo? And I actually really enjoy this book. I haven't looked through it in a while, but it is quite fun to look at and to do. I personally like Where's Waldo stuff, so I do find this pretty cool and funny and nostalgic, really. It's really nostalgic for me. But yes, so there's a few of these ones that I have not read, like this one. This is just a book of Paul McCartney. I got this one, I don't even know, I got this years ago from my old high school library. They're getting rid of a bunch of books for free, and I just took it because it said Paul McCartney, but I have not read it. I probably won't ever read it. I don't know how good of a book it is. Only 2 people signed it out, so might say something about it. This one is kind of another like miscellaneous one that I have. It's called Blackbird: The Life and Times of Paul McCartney. I've had this one for a while too. I did try to start reading it, but I never finished it. I don't think I'm ever going to finish it. I don't think I'm going to. This next one is The Memories of John Lennon, edited and introduced by Yoko Ono. It's basically like a collection of memories from people that knew John, like I think, or like appreciated his music. Like I think Elton John's in here. I feel like I remember seeing like somebody like Alicia Keys in here too. I think I've read a little bit of it, but because it's Yoko Ono's book, I never finished it, if I'm being honest. But there's that one. This book I actually saw my bookmark in it. I actually almost finished this book. This is The Beatles Lyrics by Hunter Davies, which I think he's written another book called, I think, The John Lennon Letters, and I don't know if there's any others, but this is a really good book, again, going through their songs, breaking down the lyrics, breaking down the stories, and I found it at the time very interesting, and very well written, well done. So I definitely highly recommend this one. Can't say I finished it, but it is a good one from how far I got into it, so yes. This one I have finished, and this one I absolutely adore this book. This is Cynthia Lennon's John, which, if you don't know who Cynthia Lennon is, she was John Lennon's first wife, and then she wrote this book. Very good. I read this for the first time. I think I've read this 3 times. I read this for the first time maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I again actually got it for free at my school because they were giving rid of books, and this one was like very damaged and stuff, but I don't care. I was like, I want to read it, and I read it, and it is so good. It's just very nice to see things from her perspective and how she kind of lived through meeting him, what they went through. I will say, when I did read it, I was dreading the part where I got to her walking in on John and Yoko. I was dreading it because I knew that it was like the end, but it's just really sweet because I loved reading the book because it was so nice to see that he did actually have a genuine love for her, as much as maybe he wanted to deny that when he got with Yoko. But I think if you ever want to like learn more about him as a person and his first relationship, I highly recommend this book. Probably out of all the books that I have right now, this is the one I recommend the most because it gives you such insight to their life together, what kind of person he was, and it is very sad because this was a woman who just a kind and pure soul, and unfortunately was not treated the best, but she still loved him, and she never once in this book does she come out and be like she's trying to I don't know, put blame on his name or trying to, I don't know, just put him down, I guess. I don't know, I think this is a really good book, and I'm not using this as to be biased to Yoko Ono. I just think I think Cynthia, knowing him for so long and almost growing up with him in a way, I think it's just a very raw and open view into him, and I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend this. I might read it again now that I'm like looking at it, but it's really good, really good. My last few like books, this one I actually showed in a previous video, my Christmas video. It's Dreaming the Beatles by Rob Sheffield. I have yet to actually start reading this because I just got it, and right now I'm currently reading another book, which I'll actually point out that I forgot. But this is basically, again, kind of breaking down, I think, just breaking down the Beatles in general, breaking down songs, breaking down, I think, them as a band, which I'm really excited to read because I've heard nothing but good things about this book, so I'm really excited to read it. And then next I have 2 copies of John Lennon's first book in his own right. This first one is a repressing of his original book from 1964. I don't know the year this one was pressed. I think sometime in the early 2000s or something. But what's different about this one is it has a foreword by Yoko, which I think is complete crap because the original one only has like a foreword introduction from Paul, somebody who actually kind of helped him, I guess. I think he helped him with the book and was actually there in his life. I don't like that she's trying to brand herself into his life. I think she did something stupid like, may I introduce you to John or something like that, like just something dumb, just like, yeah, hi, my name is Yoko Ono, I'd like you to meet John Lennon. I just think that's really stupid because, I mean, she didn't know him at the time, so why does she feel the need to put her name into everything that he's done? I don't know, but I also have an original copy from 1964 with only the foreword from Paul, and what I love about this, I mean, it is beat up because, you know, it is 50 plus years old actually. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. But what I love about this is when I open it up, there is a name written in the first page with the year 64. So I love that because this once belonged to a girl at the time, and it's, I don't know, it blows me away sometimes when I get books or records where they've written their name on it and it just shows you like it was once loved by somebody else. I mean, it is kind of sad that, you know, they once gave it away, but I'm glad that I have it. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just always find that really interesting when people just decide to write their names and dates into little books like that. But that's it for like books, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, it's not. I will just show one. I already showed this again in another video, but I have to include it here too. I actually have Paul McCartney's book, The Lyrics. This is the second volume. This is L to Z,
which I've already read the first volume, so that's a little heads up into the next video. I've already read the first volume, and I'm currently in the process of reading this one, so hopefully I will have a review up soon. Hoping to maybe finish this by the end of this week or next week, so look out for that. But so far I really like this book, but I'm not going to say too much because I'm going to save that for a video. But now we're on to magazine. So I'm going to start off with a magazine that I don't really care about, if I'm being honest. That I have not care about, but like I haven't bothered to really read it because I don't know. It's not that it's bad or anything, but I just have this like this Beatles edition of this Mojo, the music magazine Mojo. It came with these like pictures in them, which I actually hung up, but I don't have them hung up anymore. They're in my closet somewhere. But it came with a CD and the magazine, but I don't even know. Oh, I do still have the CD. Basically, what the CD is it's basically all the songs that the Beatles, I think, covered or they were inspired by. So you have like songs like Hallelujah, I Love Her So by Ray Charles, and you know, of course we got like Buddy Holly and Chuck Berry and all that. So that's kind of cool, but I have not really read the magazine itself. Moving on. This is like the last Beatles magazine that I bought at like a store, and I bought this in 2016, so that was a long time ago. But again, this is just like another ultimate collector's edition Beatles magazine, nothing too like important. Then I actually have this 75th anniversary edition of John Lennon in this Newsweek magazine. I got this one in 2015. Actually, my dad gave this to me right after I got my braces on, because I used to have braces, and he was like, oh, it'll be like, because I'd be in pain, so a little gift for me to read. So I have read this entire magazine. Not a while, but I just love John Lennon, if you didn't know. He's my favorite Beatle. I have this magazine, which this one is from, I believe, this one's from 2014. So I got this magazine right when I first started getting into the Beatles. So this one has, again, like a nostalgia factor and like memories attached to it, because I remember reading this magazine and like just absolutely being like enthralled by the Beatles. Like I remember reading it and going to my mom and being like, oh, did you know that blah blah blah. I don't know, like I was just like trying to spit out facts that I was just reading from this magazine. And it's not like a special magazine, it's a TV guide magazine. But because it was like my first magazine, it holds something special, because this is where like I first started reading stuff, and it's kind of fallen apart now. But this is from when I first started loving the Beatles, so that's why I find that one a little more special than the other two that I just showed. This one is my first like vintage magazine. This is a Life magazine from 1995, the Beatles from Yesterday to Today. I don't know about the cover, because I just find it funny how they have different pictures of each of them from different eras. Like this is like from the mid to late 70s. This is from like 1964, same with this one, but this one's from like, I want to say like either late 50s, early 60s. I don't know what the point of that is, but I don't know, it's still a cool magazine. Still a cool magazine to have. It's in this. I don't take it often out of this because it is very old. Well, it's not very old, but it's like in not as good condition as my other ones that I have, so I tend to keep it in this one. But it is a really cool magazine. These next three are all from the year that John Lennon died. So I have 3 vintage magazines from 1980, December 1980, literally a couple weeks after John Lennon was shot. So the first one I have is this John Lennon a tribute, Yesterday and Today. I don't know why they like to do that a lot. I don't know, but this is basically a lot of pictures and stuff, and there's actually like a big life-size poster or something inside, which is still inside, but me being me, I'm too scared to take it out because I don't want to ruin it, because it's like stapled into the magazine, so you'd have to rip it out, but I don't want to do that because I'm scared to. I don't know, does somebody tell me, should I take the poster out, because free life-size color poster inside. Should I take it out? I don't know, but this is a cool magazine. Not the greatest picture of him, not one of my favorite looks of his, but it is a cool magazine. Again, from December 1980. This next one is from December 22nd, so this is a couple weeks after John Lennon was shot. It's a People magazine, John Lennon tribute. It has like a little ad on the back, which this one's not, again, it's a People magazine, it's not all about John Lennon, but at the time, you know. And then this one, I believe, is also from December 1980. This is a Time magazine of when the music died, with a little illustration of John Lennon on the cover. I have flipped through all of them. I haven't like sat down and read all of them, but I have flipped through all of them. Yeah, so those are pretty cool. And then, moving on to my more recent, I actually showed these in another video a few months back. I got these at an antique shop. I have 3 copies of vintage copies of the Beatles 16 magazine. This first one is from 1966. So I think we got, let me see if I can find them looking at the camera. So there's Ringo right in there. Right in there. I have flipped through these. These are really cool. I don't know. It's just so funny reading these like what are they called? Like these, I don't know, but like reading Beatles weird wishes, Loverboy Paul, Gorilla John. Like what does that even mean? Itchy Ringo. I don't know if I'll be able to show that, but Itchy Ringo. They were on something else back then. They really were. And then we have this one from also 1966, which I believe Paul is right here, and then his girlfriend at the time, Jane Asher, is also right here. Let me see what it says on this one. The Beatles' secret plans. So I don't know. I guess we'll be finding out what their secret plans were. And then this one is specifically a Beatles-centered edition of 16 from 1965. Obviously you can tell this is like probably not too long after they released their Help movie, because these are all pictures from that movie. Complete story from birth to now. 7 huge color pinups. I don't remember seeing that inside. I'll have to look through this one tonight and see if I can, I don't know, find the 7 huge color pinups. And I don't know, like I want to take them out, like things like that. I want to take them out, but I know as like a collector I shouldn't. Like I don't know if it'd be called like a sin, but it's not recommended, I guess. But like not like I'd sell these or something. I don't know. And then the last thing I will show is it was kind of buried underneath, so it's not really a book or a magazine, but I just kind of put it in here. This is a Beatles Yellow Submarine, like pop-up cardboard cutout, like little desk thing decorations. Let me see if I can open one. This is from I think it says 68 on it. Yep, it says 1968. Like, you got like a little pop-out of Paul, and again, I would love to see what these would look like on my desk. Like, I would love to display these, but the collector in me that's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You can't do that. Who knows? Maybe someday I will. Because me personally, I don't think I'll ever sell these. I don't know. Ella from 50 years from now might. I don't know. I don't think so though. But yeah, that's pretty much my like book collection of stuff. So that's the end of part 1. Again, like I said, I don't know how many parts there's gonna be. but hopefully there'll be enough where it'll be a little bit more entertaining the next couple times around, because I don't know, I felt like this part was a little boring because I'm just going over books, but once I show some other stuff that I have that I hope are a little bit more interesting, I guess. Like, I hope they're a little bit more interesting for people to watch. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of anything else I should say. If you have any ideas or videos that you would like to see, by all means, put them in the comments. If you just want to say hi, I would love that. I love talking to people about music, so just comment whatever you want. I don't know, just comment whatever you want. And feel free to subscribe. I don't mean to do that. Like, I don't want to sound like, oh, subscribe to my channel. But I don't know. I want to build like a little community, a little family almost of people who enjoy music as much as I do and want to share that and just want to listen to hear me ramble. Like, I know I ramble a lot, but I really do enjoy this, and I can't wait to continue to make more. I will be going back to school soon, which is the unfortunate part, but hopefully I'll still be able to make a couple videos here and there. So if I get a little more inconsistent again, that's probably I'm probably busy with school. So don't worry too much about that. But as always, thank you guys so much, and thank you for watching my video from I think a week or two ago. I'm still so surprised by it and so grateful. So thank you very much, and I will see you all for part 2. And if not, maybe I'll put another video out in the meantime. Who knows? But I'll see you guys next time.